Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Um, so I haven't been making many videos. Well, no, not that I haven't been making many videos, but I haven't been posting many videos. One, I don't have any social medias to kind of promote my YouTube. But what I do realize is, I just got a confirmation while sitting downstairs watching some of my prophetic words that I watch, and God told me continue to post, continue to share light on your journey. I have genuinely been tracking my journey since I found out I was pregnant with my child, which my child would be a year in July. July plus 9 months. That's how long I've been tracking my journey. As far as on my phone, I have journaled a little bit, but a lot of it has been like a docu series that's in my phone. And a lot of times when I get a word from God, or when something happens that is prophetic or aligned, that is fulfilling my prophecy, and just showing me that I am in alignment, I document it. Even the hard times, and I'm able to kind of watch the videos back, or like when I'm sitting in the moment where I'm making another video and I'm able to look back and be like, I remember when I was crying about this. I remember I have a video where I said this. And because I'm doing this, it's kind of like when you're taking notes on something. When you write down the notes, you remember it way better than if you just read something and then later on had to remember it. When you write something down, you're now getting it 2 times. You've written it, so literally you could rewrite it as you remember it, as however you wrote it down the first time. You know what I'm saying? You could literally rewrite it because your fingers, your mind, and what you have already read to rewrite it is now instilled in your mind in a different way. So my point is, I do want to get back on here, start back giving y'all some words, because I am making it to a point where, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to be seen. It was too much going on in my life. I was getting threats. It was just a lot of drama. It was very chaotic energy, and I just did not want to be seen in that light. Did not want that light to go any louder than what it already was. And honestly, it was hindering me from just feeling confident in myself and being okay, especially because a lot of the chaos was coming behind things in which it's like, if I wanted to be a better human being, I should have been a better human being. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what God called me to do. And God was actually calling me to just give other people the word and understand, like, to continue to have faith throughout this situation. But then it got to a point where the things has, like, influences has started getting really, really loud in my specific ear, in my ear specifically. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna cut it all out. I haven't had Instagram, Facebook for a while. I ended up getting rid of TikTok a little bit later. I was posting my words on TikTok for a while, but I ended up getting rid of it a little bit later. And then I changed my number. Because that's a whole nother story for another time. Energies, it was just too many people who had that number. And like, what's crazy is I've changed my number before, so a lot of people didn't have my number. But that's how you can tell, like, even the people closest to you are not good for you, no matter who they are. So now I have 2 numbers. And my business number is a number in which I use for business, career, etc. But it also is the number in which I use for certain people in which I don't feel comfortable having my main number, just out of respect. So at that point, it's a business transaction. You feel me? But yeah, so I don't know who that's for, but I just feel like it's time for you to just kind of get organized about your life. Get organized about your life. Tune in when I drop, so you can get your word, and you know what I'm saying? Keep following the alignment. Whatever God has called for you, it's going to happen. Like, the biggest thing that I want everyone to know right now is that just because you don't see it happening in your present day, in your right now, in your face, he's not allowed with you, does not mean that he's fighting off something else that could be affecting you or trying to affect you. Just because you don't see him in the room with you, just understand he is in the room with you. He's in the room with you, but he's fighting off something else. He's blocking the doorway. You know what I'm saying? He's in the room with you. He's just not sitting on the bed with you. He's not laying in the bed with you. He's sitting at the doorway making sure nothing comes in. And I'm just starting to realize that and understand as I continue to move forward, and understand that there was a lot going on, to the point that when I finally separated myself from the things, and that's what he was calling me to do. But now, because I am focused on myself, he's protecting me from the things that were originally affecting me. But because I was still so stuck into it, still trying to figure it out, still trying to make amends, make it happen with these things that he told me he had control of, that I did not have control over. They were so loud to me. These things were so loud to me. But as soon as I stepped away, now he's at the door. I'm not having to see or be met with the things in which I was facing prior, because I'm not at the door trying to say, hey, why do you want to come in? Why do you want to come in? You know what I'm saying? Because now he's right there. He's like, no, you can't come in. And I'm back here doing what I need to do, making it happen. And just for anybody needed to hear that, it's done in the spirit. And I said this in another video. I don't know if I'm going to drop that. I might drop it next. I think I was talking last night. Faith is to believe without seeing. But I don't like saying faith. I really don't like saying faith. I say faith when I'm speaking in a spiritual sense. But outside of that, to understand that God is making it happen, even when you're not seeing it. To believe, to be weary, to have as much faith as a mustard seed, and that's it. That is to look like, hey, God, you're not here. What are you doing? I don't see you. But to understand he's at the door. To understand that he's at the door. To understand that in 5 weeks, when you look back, you're going to understand exactly what God protected you from. And you have to be okay with that. If you're not okay with that, then you might as well don't have faith. It's not even that you might as well not. You don't have faith. If you're not okay with understanding that he's at the door, he's fighting for you on the back end, then your faith is as good as dead. Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is two meanings to that. Faith means to do. Faith, deeds, and works means to do, to make it happen, to actually work in this sense. On another flip side, it means to have faith and continuously have faith when you're not seeing things happening, when you are growing weary, to continue to have that faith. That is the works of faith. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you have to choose which season are you in. Are you in a season in which you have to continue to have faith in those faith, and that is the works in which you're having to produce is to have faith? Or is it the fact that you need to have faith that something's going to come out of what you're doing? Because both coincide, both are right there. And for me, I'm in a period of both, but right now I am now being able to put my hands on things. Things are becoming tangible to the point that even though I don't see my outcome how I want it to be, I understand that when I did get to that faith, I understand now these opportunities are open up. Yeah. I went from having to graduate in November to now graduating in August. If I would have been back way when, I wouldn't have even seen that coming, but that's because God was protecting me. As soon as I stepped back, God allowed me to move on up, allowed me to take more classes, allowed me to get to a point where now faith without works means tangible. But before that, the faith was step back from all the other stuff going on. I'm going to present you with something. Are you okay with that? Boom, I get this. Now I get to graduate early, but now I have to put in the work to graduate early. Y'all see what I'm saying? Have faith that it's going to get done when it needs to get done. Because I need my degree now. I'm not even trying to be funny. Plans, the way that plans are looking and the way that things are going and the way that he's telling me and showing me the visions and the prophecies, it needs to get done now. If the timeline in which he's telling me is true, then it has to get done now. And that's what as soon as I stepped back, he gave it to me. Okay, you graduate in this date, you can do these classes, but now it's faith. That's the faith without works, because I couldn't believe at first. I'm like, how can it happen? How are you gonna just move my graduation up? How? Boom, it happened. That was the faith in not seeing, not doing anything, just having faith. Now on the flip side, now I have to put in the work. Faith without works is dead, in the sense of I now have to have faith that I am going to be able to graduate, even with a bigger workload, raising a child, working a 9 to 5. Well, 11 to 8. But yeah. Love y'all. See y'all later.